So there is an important update to CPP, that is Canada Pension Plan for 2024. And this is going to have an impact on your paycheck. And this year, government has also introduced two-tier contribution, which was not there earlier. In today's video, I'll try to simplify that and bring some examples in front of you. That way you know what that impact is to you. So this is a very crucial video for every single Canadian employee. And if you are self-employed, this will impact you too. So the question is, what is CPP? CPP, Canada Pension Plan, is a special saving account for your older days. So just to give you an example, every time you have an earning, a part of the earning contribution goes to this saving account. So just think this pot where you're planting seed, and equally your employer also contributes. One gets decided by the government every year. And government then puts that instrument and let it grow into this tree, which comes handy. This tree starts to bear fruit and you have a predictable income coming to you every year, every month when you grow old. So that is the idea of CPP. Now, how much is the increase? I'll take you to the computer screen and show that to you. So you can see here in this table, it covers from 2010 to 2024. And every year, government gives the maximum pensionable earning to which this contribution will impact. Okay. So this year for 2024, the government has given an upper ceiling of 73,200. And for 2023, this was 66,600. You see this. And what was the percentage of contribution? 5.95 will be the percentage of contribution for 2024. And if you look at this contribution percentage, right, this has been going up. So the obvious question is, why this change every year and why not a standard percentage gets deducted every year? The answer is inflation. Inflation is nothing but things generally get expensive every year. For example, groceries, housing, your telephone, internet, and all of that. This impacts your time value for money in future. For example, what you're getting today and what you're spending today, it will not be same whenever you retire, maybe 30 years or 40 years later, based on your age profile. So what the elderly people, the retirees get as CPP today will not be sustainable after 30 or 40 years. And when you grow old, you need to have some money to sustain. There are debates on, instead of CPP, give us more room in TFSA and RRSP, we will manage our fund. I will not get into those debates. Here it gives you predictable income every time after you retire. So that's, the end goal what government has. And keeping this inflation in mind, every year government releases the percentage of contribution which will go into CPP. For that, I'll take you to the computer screen. Okay. So you see here, this is the chart which shows the entire duration between 2010 to 2024. And if you look here, every year government says what is the ceiling to which this pensionable earning will have. In 2010, it was at 47,200. And today, for 2024, I'll go in much detail into this tier 1 and tier 2. If you have earning up to 73,200, from that, your contribution will go. Anything you earn beyond this will not have any impact. That is, any earning after 73,200 will not attract the contribution because you would have paid what is required for that year. I'll go and explain that in more detail. This is the maximum annual pensionable earning, which you see has been only increasing year on year, keeping in mind inflation and how it is going to be when you retire. So this is one. Now the next comes the basic exemption. That is nothing but the first 3,500 you earned in that year, the financial year, that does not come into contribution. For example, if you only earn 3,500 that year, there will not be any contribution which will be going from your side. Anything over and above 3,500 is what will impact to this contribution. And what the contribution is, again, if you look at every year, you see differences. What was 4.95 in 2010 was 5.1 in 2019. And in 2023, you see it was at 5.95. But in 2024, as I said, there is a two-tier plan. One is 5.95 and then 4%. How does it impact? You see, in 2023, the ceiling was at 66,600. But here in 2024, government has made two tier. One is 68,500 and then 73,200. So to give you a better example, better understanding, let me show you how this gets calculated. You see here, from this 68,500, say you are earning 68,500, okay? And in this earning, the first 3,500 gets deducted, on which there is no contribution rate applicable. So once this is minus, what is your contribution earning on which the employer and employee contribution rate will apply? 65,000 on that 5.95. You see here. So yearly, this will be 3,867.5, which will go from your pocket. Last year it was at 3,754 because the ceiling what was earlier was almost 2,000 less. So there is an increase of 2,000 here, which is impacting almost $113. And if you are self-employed, where you are employee and employer, you will be spending 226 more if your earning is at this ceiling. But any earning above 68,500 up to 73,200, that is a difference of almost 4,700. On that 4,700, the percentage is 4%, which is again an impact of $188. You see, if you are self-employed, where you are employee and employer both, you will be contributing 376 more. So this is a big impact for someone who is depending on paycheck. And anything beyond 73,200, if you're earning 100K, 200K, you have paid your part up to 73,200. After that, you'll see an increase in your paycheck every month once that contribution goes up. So that's how the entire CPP impact is for this year. I've also created a table range, and here you can see where your salary range falls and how much the impact is. You will get some ballpark figure. And when you look at your statement, you'll get to see that impact. So friends, this wraps up the deep dive into what changes are coming and how it impacts your earning. I hope you found today's video useful and informative. Do like and comment. That way I get to know how relevant the videos are to you. And if there is any question, please let me know. I will direct you to the right resource for you to get the insight. Thank you.